Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the left side as the Teal Galaxy, we got Fuckface69. I have no idea how on earth this name's not censored. I never thought about using profanity in a name in a Advanced Wars by Web. I don't know if there's any safeguards of what your name can be, but apparently it is. I'm just going to let that be, I guess. And spawn as the, what's this? Brown Desert Hawke. We got the Twincliff. This map is, of course, no fog of war. It is standard funds. Left versus right. Looks like it's two base, one airport in the middle, bit more contestable. And we do have a comm tower up there as well. Both players do have a black boat on top of a neutral point on their opponent's side of the base as well. So when somebody pushes forward for artillery piece, they could actually let it take a hit there to get some power charge going and then fall it back, or they can immediately pull it back to get some infantry push way forward, or healing, repairing, all that sort. So this could be a little bit flexible. And I don't know why. This seems... I don't know, that seems a little bit loud to me. Give me a moment. Reduce that a little bit. Or is it this one here? That's this one, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. Sorry about that, just had to do a bit of audio adjusting. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. Black boat's moving around. Oh yeah, this audio player is a little bit bad with the balancing between some of the themes. I've been trying to figure out the two sound plugins. One I've been having doing some good work. Howdy. Yep, that is a Von Bolt username. I think about going to the other sound plugin. That one has a bit more bugs, but it is a bit better, but buggy. Well, this one is reliable, but the sound balancing is not great. Because you can see here, these two sound tracks are very, very different on audio balancing. And there's nothing much to do to fix that. Of course, it's just initial capturing game. Hawke is capturing up his airport now. And both players have moved the black boat onto the shore there, preventing movement right there. So Hawke may be able to deploy out 8 battlecopters this turn. He has 12,000 funds. He has deployed out a tank, so has Von Bolt. So something tells me we're going to see an early battlecopter. Battlecopter. And the tanks push way forward. Von Bolt's tanker is reaching out this far. And tanks push way forward. Got another tank now deployed on the field. Battlecopter heading up north. Tank gets on top of the property. Von Bolt does a +10/+10 passive, while Hawke only has +10% offense, so Von Bolt has a slight advantage when it comes day to day. Of course, Hawke does have an accessible power, while Von Bolt does not even have a power, just a superpower. So there's the two heavyweights when it comes to superpowers, to say the least. 9 power charge versus 10 power charge. Does fire back there, could do a join and capture. Tank, got a lot of tanks, triple tank and a artillery, plus anti-air here to engage the battlecopter. Battlecopter may just be pushed up north. Anti-air can reach all the way up here. But the anti-air could simply follow, but if it falls too far, then the tank can get a good strike onto it. Right now, Hawke may need to pull back his tank a little bit. This tank is getting pretty far forward. He could try falling back to this road here to avoiding the fire to it. I mean, double tap. Anti-air now blown up by Hawke. And he has pushed the black boat back up there as well. It feels like Von Bolt has a little bit more assets in the field. At least heavy assets. I got 3 tanks, 1 artillery piece, 1 anti-air versus 2 tanks, 1 battlecopter, 1 anti-air. It is falling back a little bit there, trying to avoid the battlecopter. Anti-air, we got double anti-air, 1 on each flank. So the battlecopter's gonna have trouble moving around, but decides to head up straight up north. We'll capture some more of these properties at 20,000 versus 17. Gets a good strike there. Capturing up that port. And now I've got a tank there. Artillery gets a good strike on the black boat. He probably needs to displace it now. Anti-air heading up north, and battlecopter up here as well. He could sack the battlecopter, engage the battlecopter. Won't be probably a good idea if he does that. We got this anti-air locking down this airport, so overall it feels like the bomb bolt is a great position right now. Try and flip that property. Takes out that one infantry unit there. Tanks heading up north. Battlecopter falls back even further. And this battlecopter pushes right forward. Out of range of this anti-air and this anti-air. Vombo has now 3 anti-air. That may be a little bit too much at this point in time. Maybe a little bit overreaction to now 2 battlecopters. Black boat's getting pretty low on fuel. It will need an APC to refuel it. Good strike there on the anti-air. Good strike up there. This battlecopter is out of range of it. Maybe the battlecopter was pulled back too far. I think so. This anti-air hasn't moved just yet, so if he would have put the battlecopter here, at least he'd be able to retaliate. The battlecopter head up north like that. And Vombolt does get on top of the airfield as well. It feels like Vombolt's in a very good position. Okay, Hawke saved up some money last turn. Now he's at 27,000. He may be going for a Neo tank this turn. Hawke is being very aggressive, very likely. Greetings, hope we can see a game from Javier. I'd like to see becomes objective game where comm powers. I'll see if I have anything in store. I can't say exactly. What I like to do is I scroll through replays, find decent length ones, and then favorite it and pull it up later. I can take a quick glance through them, see if there's any Javier replay. Tank here. And we've got a medium tank up there. So he didn't go for Neo tank, he went for tank, medium tank. Bolt has 21,000. Lots of properties being captured. He's at 24,000 income versus Hawke's 23. Does take the battlecopter there. And takes out the tank there. Bombo has right now 89,000 on the field versus Hawke's 72, and he still has his day-to-day as well. So Vombo is in a particularly great position. He's out of 110,000 funds either on the field or in bank versus Hawke's just 75. So Vombo is in an incredibly strong position right now. Hawke can pop a black wave, which probably not a good idea. Unless he has a lot of 1 health units damage of 1 health. Of course, the Vombo's power is not even halfway charged. Double tank there. He does go with battlecopter here, which could receive a pretty good amount of anti-air fire. I would probably say just go for it. He's not like this anti-air would do much else. Puts a bit of health into it to boost his power up. I wonder. Oh yeah, definitely go for it. The anti-air is basically dead either way. It will get repair up to 5 health and potentially get up to 6 with Black Wave. Neo tank. Takes out the anti-air there. Infantry heading up north to the right. Tank there. Medium tank heading to the center. Another medium tank. So we've got a decent amount of medium tanks being brought up by Hawke. While Vombolt has Neo and a medium tank. Mech here is a little interesting. There's a couple of mountains for the mech to play around with. Another Neo tank. It's supposed to 26,000. You can pump a Neo tank out every single turn. Medium tank heading to the center, of course. Battlecopter down here. I'll see if I don't have any. Can't say I have any save at the moment. If you know a good Javier replay on hand, you can simply post a link to it, and perhaps I'd click on it. Good shot there. Neo tank, of course, takes out a regular tank, but it's in range of medium tank, and medium tanks and neo tanks have roughly the same defense. After all, this engagement's not bad for the medium tank. It will take a lot of bit of retaliation damage, so maybe the Black Wave or Black Storm can help soften up. Or repair it up afterwards. Probably repair up afterwards, get him power charged via that. I have a feeling we may see Black Storm next turn. But right now, it feels like Vulnerable is in a very good position. Oh, Black Boat sunk. This Black Boat has still 23 fuel left, because Hawke did move around a little bit more. Gets a good... and pops a superpower there. Which also restored 2 of its health, so it's in a pretty good position there. Good strike there. Flipping a property. Does get a good strike on the anti-air. Battlecopter there with the anti-air pretty much knocked out. But an Ex Machina is highly likely going to be blown out next turn. And Ex Machina will likely land right around here. Artillery, artillery. Double artillery. That's interesting. Just needs 400 more funds, so pretty easy to get that. There we go. Oh, it needs 50 more funds. There we go. And here comes Ex Machina. I have a feeling it's going to land here. Oh, right there, battlecopters. I assume it's going to hit the 2 medium tanks, but I suppose 2 battlecopters is a bit more valuable than a medium tank. Plus, it also hit the regular tank as well. Anti-air. Nice little merge on the battlecopters. Gets another medium tank. Right now, Vombo ends the turn of 130. Hawke starts the turn of 128, so it's back down to a day-to-day difference. Medium takes great strike on the Neo tank. Of course, he's going to fight additional 10-10 this turn with the superpower active. It also means he's getting some decent power charge this turn, while Vombo's going to be at 0. Medium tank infantry spends all funds perfectly. Bombo does start turn 25,000. Maybe a bomber could be a good idea. This one only has 2 anti-air. Good strike there on the battlecopter. Anti-air move around. Tank on tank violence. And a little bit of repairs there. Very nice. Of course, we've got 2 battlecopters here, which has basic free reign. The anti-air can reach out to here, so able to cover pretty much everything barring this tank and infantry. But this medium tank could get a good shot on the anti-air. That medium tank does go down. Another Neo tank infantry. Volbolt's been liking his Neo tanks this game. Hawke starts the turn of 24,000. He also is down by 2,000 income. Looks like that medium tank does not go down there. And the thing as well, with that medium tank another range anti-air, he's going to have to get rid of this before he can push the anti-air to hit one of these battlecopters. Black Boat can put up the 7 health, which may be enough to one-shot a battlecopter. Hawke almost has enough for a Black Wave. It's generally a bad idea to save it for black storms, but I'm wondering if there's ever a time for a black wave. Probably not this turn. Takes out the medium tank there. Good shot there onto the battlecopter. That battlecopter, yeah, 6 health. Could have put up to 7 health to get the 1 shot there. Infantry did not finish it off. This one will. Does repair up the tank there and push it back up north. Anti-air pushing up north to help ward away the battlecopter. This tank could be in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. But can still be a bit of a body blocker. Vombo ends the turn of 140,000 and Hawke starts the turn of 123. So looks like Hawke's starting to fall behind a little bit. Takes out the anti-air there. Takes out the battlecopter. Hawke's making some good kills this turn. Medium tank on medium tank. You think it's Hawke? He's about to get his next superpower. This may be what will give Hawke the edge. Get some health regen and whittled Vombolt down. He went from about 117 to 123. Vombolt goes down to 186. Possible Ex Machina next turn, but 1 extra star worth of value is quite significant. Get some good strikes there. Battlecopter. And right now Hawke has a good number of battlecopters on the field. And Vombolt, that black wave was pretty deadly. Now, without the repairs, 91,000, 19,000 in the bank. Hawke ends the turn of 146. But a single Ex Machina could lock down the entire center of the map. Needs another 11,000. Which can actually be a little bit difficult, because you need to inflict basically 20,000 damage to get that this turn. And he gets it. I have no idea what's going to land. Is it going to land right there? Can Ex Machina hit friendlies? Maybe we'll land down here. Let's find out. It landed down here, so lock down that flank. But needs an anti-air down here overall. There's the anti-air. Mech gets a good strike there. Hawke, Vombo ends the turn of 100,000. Hawke starts the turn 107, so Hawke has a small advantage. It doesn't really have anything that really counter these Neo-Tanks center. This Neo-Tank, of course, will be paired on up. Bombbolt's still pretty strong in the center. The only thing that really poses a threat is this medium tank, but as an 8 health against an 8 health Neo-Tank, not so much. The artillery piece at 4 health, it did do some good damage, but can still be overrun. Another medium tank, another regular tank. Ends the turn of 128. Vombolt starts the turn from 90. Vombolt doesn't have too much up here. I can't go for battle cover from the nearby anti-air. I think this light tank needs to go up there. Gets good strikes there. Knocks out the medium tank. Better repairs on this medium tank. Can't jump to the city. Can jump to the HQ. Vombo still feels pretty strong in the center of the 2 Neo-Tanks, but it feels like Hawke has both the flanks. He's also getting pretty close to a black wave. I keep on saying he... I mean, the amount of chip damage across all these units, I'm also somewhat eyeing the health regen. It's probably not a so good idea just go for Black Storm. But this power and superpower are getting more and more expensive, so making it more difficult to pop. And sometimes maybe if you don't feel like the game will go on long enough, You should pop the power. Like 1%, 1 global damage would do a decent amount of damage to Von Bolt as well. Medium tank infantry. Von Bolt's turn starts to turn with 15,000 after all the repairs. A lot of stuff. His stuff's just lumbering along. That 1 global damage would do a bit more than 10% damage because he has a lot of units that are wounded. Getting some good hits in the center. Merge is... Wait, that was a nice little merge there. Get a bit of funding back. Now it's at 22,000. Puts Neotank on the HQ. Puts the Neotank on the city. He's spending a lot of time repairs. He's trying to keep these units alive. There's only 2 bases. And the both players' airports are not really feasible. So with 2, it's really a 2-base situation. So pulling back units for repairs could be a good idea. Jenny also thing you try not to do, but of course it's 2 bases, so you don't really want to waste time. Don't have too many bases to produce units. Yeah, I don't know. He is trying to flip some properties at 26,000 income. Von Bolt has a single tank up there, so he's technically winning this flank, but it's technically not really a flank there to begin with. Same thing down here. Hawke is winning, but Von Bolt doesn't even have a flank there. And this black boat is down to 5 fuel. This black boat being alive for a very long time has been very useful for Von Bolt, that's for sure. And Hawke is getting a decent amount of medium tanks in the field, and Von Bolt just retreats them back. Yeah, I think the funds being consumed on the repairs is actually being a little bit too much for Von Bolt right now. Battlecopter and Battlecopter. Hawke ends the turn with 132 with 11,000 to bank, so he's saving a bit of money. Von Bolt starts turn 16 and has 123 on the field. Decides not to keep the Battlecopter on the airport to get some repairs going. Those soiled abominations? My apologies, I don't really know what you're referring to. Got a couple of medium tanks up here. He has a decent amount of good value tech, but now here comes Black Wave. There goes Von Bolt's next turn's income. Hawke should be able to take out this tank no problem. Maybe we can go for the Battlecopter instead. Throw some infantry bullets into it. Put some rounds in that Neo tank. Put rounds into the artillery piece. Got it. Sorry. And I think Hawke's pushing forward. He has a good number of light tanks, and the medium tanks can contest Neo tanks. So he has both a mobile force and a hard-hitting force to follow up with. So I think Hawke is starting to overrun his opponent. He'll get a superpower now. Ex Machina could be brought on the next turn, but he will need to do about... He's about 15,000 funds behind. No. That's wrong. 6,000? 7,000? Wait, no, it's 15,000. Which needs to do about 30,000 funds worth of damage. He may not be able to get his Ex Machina this turn. Taking the Battlecopter will definitely help out. Yeah, he will get it this turn. And Ex Machina is now available, should lock down both these medium tanks. Yes, and so is a handful of infantry units. Takes up the medium tank there with the anti-air. Oh, infantry tank. I forgot how much repair funds he had to consume that turn. Instant of 100,000. Hawks has a turn of 115. Of course, he only has one medium tank this region, which is, of course, force weighted this turn. He has still a good number of regular tanks in the field to help hit these anti-airs and all the other units, but we do have a couple light tanks and a medium tank here. Volbolt's center is strong once again, because he's going to have basically a double turn versus these medium tanks, because this one is going to be stuck there. But of course, Hawke is starting to flip the airport up here. Blocks it, is 2 turns away from being captured. This regular tank could try to sneak around. Medium tank immediately go up there, maybe onto the forest. I don't know if the airport itself would be useful. I think just flipping properties and getting money is useful. And Hawke goes for a fighter. I think that's... Yeah, that's definitely a bit of a troll fighter, isn't it? Because Volbolt has 0 aircraft in the field, and he's also kept in the airport. So, show of dominance, he deploys out a fighter. And looks like Volbolt does go ahead and resign this Angrade, saying, "Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay."